Sorry. Pencils down.
Now it's pencils down.
Now it's pencils down. No bullshit. You know, it's funny that this thing, we can private chat each other while we're talking
Oh, we should talk shit about Cody.
I think he'll see it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the only person you're chatting with is yourself there.
Yeah, we would just be honest.
Fuck.
That's fine if we have to.
What if Cody private chatted you and was like, God,
Eddie's an asshole.
God,
why is Eddie on the show?
I have an idea for a podcast, just me and you.
What if Cody was doing that?
And I'm like, I can see it.
You
right
could
there.
see this happen. That would suck.
Look at you at the rundown again.
Look at this. I did this morning. I woke up and
look at that prep.
I tried.
It's all out of fear.
It's all out of fear. It is.
Ooh.
I hear the footsteps,
Ooh.
Cody. I hear. But you not seeing aliens, we're not ever going to release Good Will Hunting, by the way. We're just going to keep this myth going that you've never seen aliens, so you can keep getting hate. Look, and there's going to be some hate that I'm going to read today, Cody, that people don't know we taped Good Will Hunting. They don't know that you've now seen aliens and actually gave it a thumbs up. They don't know this.
They don't know any of this.
They don't know any of this. So,
but it's almost like a political campaign where they were firing shots at us.
Right.
And then this information came out about him not seeing aliens.
Right.
So now it's going back the other way. The polls are switching.
The polls are it's getting crazy. I want to see everyone's thoughts after they hear those episodes.
Yes.
To hear Cody's thoughts on Aliens and Predator. I thought he gave a very critical look at both of them. Right. I was very happy with his summations. And if I were a film critic who didn't grow up with Predator, I would 1,000% agree with his assessment of Predator. But since that was, one of those movies that I watched all the fucking time, I have to love it. That's my, you know what I mean?
I get you.
That's
I could see I could see if I was not a child of the 80s, if I didn't grow up with it, it may not have aged the way
you think
I thought it did.
Right. Yeah. It really.
I could get that. I still think it's amazing.
I still think it's amazing. I think it's what's Jesse the Body's best work? That or Running Man?
He's got more in Running Man.
And he kind of makes fun of himself a little bit more in Running Man too. Is that like?
And his character has some depth in Running Man.
Little bit. I mean that much.
Little bit, because he walks away at the end.
Right. But imagine. Again, we can't spoil it.
No, we can't spoil it.
We'll talk more about this after you've listened to both Good Will Huntings, which are going to be on Thursdays now.
Yes.
So tomorrow is the premiere Good Will Hunting,
Predator.
which is all about Predator. And then it's going to be on Thursdays.
Yeah.
Next Thursday is going to be the second episode, which is going to be Aliens.
Yes.
This is exciting.
Very exciting.
This is going to be I can't wait.
Probably the most exciting thing that's happened this year.
Ever.
If anything will beat COVID, it will be Good Will Hunting.
Yes, if anything's going to take the news off of that, it's going to be Good Will Hunting.
Or the fact our post office is no longer existent.
The fact that the post office is gone because this twat is thinking
Good Will Hunting could save the post office.
It could.
There you go.
It may
there
absolutely save the post office.
Does he not know that Republicans vote by mail too? How fucking stupid is this? Like so many fucking Trumpers.
Like himself?
Yeah, like so many Trumper shitbags who are... they live out in the middle of nowhere. They're going to mail in vote. All right, fine. We'll take theirs also.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any fucking sense. But I do like what LeBron's doing. You going to go to Dodger Stadium or are you going to mail in?
I don't know.
Well,
in California, you automatically get a mail-in ballot.
Right.
They're sending one out to everybody.
They're sending one out. Yeah, did you hear about that, Cody?
Mm-hmm. I did.
What LeBron did? Opened up Dodger Stadium 5 days
for a polling place
to go vote. That's safe as shit now. Dude, if every
but the problem is California's not going to swing the other way.
Right, it's not going to matter. They need to do this in Missouri and Mississippi. Yes. That's what they need to
where
have.
The votes are. They need to do it in Florida, Ohio,
Texas,
Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin.
And Texas is now a swing state, oddly enough. They need to have the Texas.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah, it might. If anything would do it, it would be this moron. If anyone would turn Texas blue, it would be this guy. But yeah, they should do that in fucking every fucking high school stadium should just be open up as a polling place. Why not?
And it should be a national holiday. It's fucking voting. It's what this country's founded on.
It's what we're all about. Exactly, man. Look at us. We're
so political.
It's very political.
So political.
This is probably the most politically minded podcast you're going to see anywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Anywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Cody, is there any way we could talk you into watching the Transformers Netflix show?
No. Yeah. Probably. I mean, maybe eventually, but I don't have any reference point.
6 episodes, half an hour.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if you need reference.
You don't really need. This is kind of step one.
This is sort of pre the movie that you saw, and
pre
the Generation 1 series movie. This seems to be before that.
Yeah. What about The Boys? You gonna watch that maybe?
I might watch that. Actually,
that was fucking. I'm still riding that one.
I gotta see The Boys.
Elizabeth Shue was fucking great in it. The great Elizabeth Shue.
Yeah.
The great Elizabeth Shue.
I'm glad she's back in acting.
Fuck yeah.
I thought she'd left.
Did she retire?
I don't know. I thought she had left, but maybe not.
Yeah, she was great in this. Elizabeth Shue was fantastic. And then it's a lot of, it's just a, and of course the main guy, Carl Urban, he's fucking great.
Yeah.
And Dennis Quaid's son is the other main star.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's good
what
too.
What about Randy Quaid's son?
He's not in. I don't know where that guy is. I don't know where.
Has Randy Quaid eaten his son?
Has he maybe
Possibly.
videotaped it with that big beard of his? I don't know what's going on.
Is that the biggest disappointment of character actors to really just fall off a cliff? Was it Randy Quaid? Because I really enjoyed Randy Quaid.
I mean,
I enjoyed Randy Quaid.
That one hurts the most so far.
That one hurts me.
More
than James Woods, more than Scott Baio.
No, fuck James Woods. Yeah, Scott Baio, fuck it. I mean, that Charles in Charge.
Randy Quaid, that fucking hurts.
It hurt that Charles in Charge took that turn. I was a Charles in Charge guy. I was too young to be a Chachi guy.
Never liked Chachi or Charles in Charge.
Not even Nicole Eggert? You couldn't watch it? Come on.
No.
Wow. But Charles in Charge had a 2-pack, a double whammy of Willie Ames being Bible man and Scott Baio being Trump man.
Yeah.
Like, that is like fucking, that was a tough one. That was a tough fall.
What happened to all those fucking 80s teen stars? They went one way or the other. Like, you have you had him and Kirk Cameron and Ames.
They all went Jesus-y.
They banked hard Jesus-y.
Candace Cameron, too.
Yeah.
Took the her and Kirk, the Camerons.
They just
they went to Christ. They took that fucking Christ shot. It's fucking, I don't know. I mean, very strange.
Something had to happen. Something happened.
What about Schroeder? What happened to him?
Well, I know he was on NYPD Blue.
That's right.
He kind of had a little bit of a
career
did all right. Outside of Silver
right.
Spoons.
That's right.
But I don't know.
Best 80s theme song? It's up there. Together we're going to find our way. Was that Silver Spoons? Here we are, face to face, a couple of silver spoons. See? Look how we just got there. Hoping to find
we're two of a kind.
See? Isn't that Together? Was that them? Yeah.
Yeah, that's Silver Spoons because we actually say it in the song.
You know what I think is Together we're going to find our way. That's Silver Spoons, right? Together we're going to find our way.
They had that fucking train in the house. And then Aaron Gray, who you'd want to fucking every day to Sunday.
Oh, God. Huh?
Aaron Gray hotter than Silver Spoons or Buck Rogers?
Stop this. Why are you doing this to me? Because I'm betraying one of them now by answering this question.
You're just betraying the same person.
I still.
Buck Rogers.
Jumpsuit. You got to
white jumpsuit.
Jumpsuit.
You could see everything.
Yeah, jumpsuit. Buck Rogers.
You
jumpsuit.
could even see Bush through it. I think. That 70s Bush, that early 80s Bush.
Do you know how many times? Like that was the only time I was excited when they started having those databases on what celebrities were naked. Aaron Gray, and I was so shocked to see nothing.
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
she kept it on.
Well, there was full on Bush and six pack, but they had it like that was the one movie she decided to be.
Well, I
naked.
think it tested poorly to watch her and Kenny Rogers bone for 15 minutes in the middle of the movie. I think it really tested.
Like one of those basic instincts, heavy fucking.
Like she's just on him, just riding the fuck out of Kenny Rogers, and audiences were just in droves, were just appalled. Watching Kenny Rogers on top of her.
Sitting there going, just making the weirdest noises.
Where's my lithium pill?
Oh my God.
I can't believe she agreed to do that scene.
Would you watch that scene? If it meant you got to see Aaron Gray naked,
but
is it worth it to have to then sit through Kenny? You see Kenny Rogers' balls.
But isn't that true with any Ron Jeremy porno? You have to sit through Ron Jeremy naked.
Yeah, but this is Aaron Gray. This is special.
It's
this
special.
Is. I mean, is it Cody?
He's left.
Yeah,
we lost him. Cody, why he bailed on us?
Sorry, I'm here.
See, I told you it tested poorly.
It tested poorly.
I'm waiting for my video to catch up because I'm what am I doing? Peter Gabrieling.
Oh, your sledgehammer. That's right. Well, wait. So Cody, you'll be the voice off the air, the voice of God right now. Your biggest crush as a youngster. Worth it to see him naked if you have to watch him fuck Kenny Rogers for 15 minutes.
You mean get to?
Yeah, you get to see him naked, but the drawback
No,
is...
get to watch them fuck Kenny Rogers.
Yeah. Right, yeah, that's exactly, that's it.
They get to. They're allowed.
Either you get to watch Kenny Rogers, and as an added bonus, you get to...
Right, as an added bonus, you get to see a childhood crush naked. I don't know.
That's like watching Jordan...
man.
Like at practice, just
right.
kind of going at it.
I'm just picturing that fucking that sneak preview film of Six Pack where they're testing the audience.
What if you just can't help it? The
There's
reason
just a 15-minute fuck session.
in the car. They're in that fucking car while the kids are repairing it. Like he did. She just can't control herself. The 6-pack of kids are all underneath them, like fixing the car. And then Kenny just... And then, like, Kenny, I think it tested poorly because Kenny couldn't help himself. And he was like, oh, you bitch. You fucking bitch. You like that, don't you? And there was like, what the fuck
that's
is
not.
happening?
You can't. That's not in the lines. It's not. No.
Oh, fuck. 10 minutes and 36 seconds, baby.
That'll do it.
That's an intro. Is that an intro or
That's
what?
the show.
That's
man.
the show. Man. All right, if you know the words, sing along at home. Eddie, I think you know the words.
Do I?
Come on.
Is it Silver Spoons?
Almost. There's a loving in your eyes all the way. If I listen to your lies, would you say I'm a man? We need your harmonica
without conviction.
I'm a man who doesn't know how to sell a contradiction. You come and go. You come and go. Come a chameleon. You come and go. You come and go. Loving would be easy if your colors were like my dreams. Red, gold, and green. Red, gold, and green.
Andre's laughing.
Andre's laughing at us.
That's
Cody,
not
were
fun.
you laughing at us?
It's not funny. We were
No,
No,
I was in
Cody,
awe.
he was in awe. Come a
Thank
you. Imagine if you had the harmonica. That's right there. That's the opening line of that song.
We're charting on iTunes.
Oh, forget it. Man.
Joe Rogan who?
Exactly. They'd be giving us that $100 million contract for Dex that you and I and Dex, and then Cody, we try to fight for it.
We'd shave off a little for you if we
tried
could.
to. We
if
tried.
we could, if corporate would allow
it was up to us. If
Yeah.
it was up
Corporate's
to
got
us.
a Twitter account now.
They do. There
Maybe.
is a Ramble corporate Twitter account, which is hilarious, and and that's where you can, I guess.
File your complaints
Yeah,
to
buddy.
them, I guess.
This is Ramble 246.
Wow.
You believe that?
Pat is dead at what?
14.
Right in the middle. I remember that in the middle of the 14th episode, they tried to shut it
We
down.
got a letter. Remember
Yeah.
that fax came in?
Yeah.
And it was like,
You guys need to stop.
and we just ignored it.
We ignored it.
We said, you know what, we're going to keep doing this. Email us, ramble@theramblepod.com. You can find us on Twitter at podcastramble1, Instagram at podcastramble. We have merch on our TeePublic.
We do. We got $1.
We made $1 this week.
$1.
Fuck yeah. And all those people who have yet to subscribe to The Ramble, give it a 5-star rating and a positive
Do it.
text review. Where the heck is you?
Oh, look, it's a new picture.
It's a new, I hope.
Is it? We'll see.
Let's see.
We'll see.
It's funny when I type in The Ramble on iTunes, it's 90% like soccer podcasts.
Ah.
Like,
Is Ramble a soccer thing?
see, I don't know. Do we have more? Deadlocked at 110.
Jesus.
Come on, everybody.
Come on, people.
Get on iTunes. Make this happen. Make it work.
Come on.
Fuck. All right.
So
sorry.
mad.
I'm very upset. We got some last-second ones, too, entries. But
Oh, we did?
Yeah, but they all made it.
Oh, okay.
And they're all ready to roll. How have you been? Good week?
Yeah, not bad.
Cody,
old,
we're
same
3
old.
stars and flames, 3-3 still?
No, the Flames are up 4-3
Fucking
now.
It's over.
God damn it, man.
Shit's over, bro.
13 minutes left in the game.
Shit.
By the time this airs, they're out.
They're out.
Caps
They're-
are already going to be gone.
You think they're so? You think, man?
Caps are gonna be gone.
Wait, let me check other scores that are not relevant now.
Caps are
let me
gonna be-
let me look at more scores.
Caps are going to be gone.
You know, Cody, worth it if this goes to a dramatic seventh game.
Islanders
we win
already,
the Stanley
Islanders
Cup,
already
right?
beat the Caps
Worth it?
today.
Oh, fuck.
Okay.
Caps are 3-0.
Are you serious? They're
Or-
down 3-0?
Yeah, it's over.
I thought the Caps were good this year.
They
But the
were.
Islanders, I thought, weren't that
Dude,
good this
I
year.
tell you, I don't know. You're not going to see what you're supposed to see with the way the season played out.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
They had like a 3-month break, and then they're
Yeah.
going back for the playoffs. It's a whole different season.
It is. And remember when I was so happy that the Texas Rangers were over 500? That's about to end, too. I had a feeling. They weren't going to stay 500 too long. They're going to go back to 10-10 now. They were 10-9. I think they're down 3-6 to Colorado in the bottom of the fourth. I could see that ending poorly.
Yeah, but you don't have to be great this year to make the baseball
You
playoffs.
really don't. Jeez,
No,
you
you really
don't. Fuck. That'd be fucking.
Rangers could do it.
What if it is like A's, Astros, Rangers? That
A's,
would be the weirdest.
I mean, A's have always been. It's because of the Astros. The A's haven't gotten really.
Yep.
They've always been have to do that 1-game playoff and they get
Right.
bounced out.
Did Moneyball work or not?
I think it
worked
works.
for the Red Sox.
I think it works.
Red Sox are the one. That's a sad thing about Billy Beane, right? Like he invented this shit, but he never got a ring from it, did he?
No.
That's a bummer.
The Red Sox were the first one to really use sabermetrics and then win a championship.
But I think there's a balance between sabermetrics and then realizing team chemistry.
Yes.
I don't think you can completely remove the human element from baseball. I think that's a mistake to just do everything by metrics.
Pure math on it. Yeah. I don't know.
I think if any team sport, you can't remove the human element from.
That's true. I think basketball would be a nightmare if it was done sabermetrically. I think that would be
that in football. I don't think you can do.
Yeah, I think that would
baseball's
be
probably the
nightmare.
only sport you can kind of get away with it, and even then, I think it's limited.
Basketball, just give me a damn good coach and the players. I don't give a fuck. Whatever.
You need two great players and a great coach.
That's it. You need two. Yeah, at least two.
And you'll compete every year.
Yeah, you'll be fine. Fuck, that's God damn it.
I think you use sabermetrics for your bench.
There you go.
But your starting five, I think
starting five chemistry and best players.
Chemistry.
Yep. I'm just pissed at the start. The fucking Stars, man. God damn it.
So here's a question that's going to tease something that we're doing later this week. Can you use sabermetrics? Is the cast of Predator a sabermetrics situation?
That's a great question. That is a great question. Oh my God.
I don't know.
Think you're looking at that.
You
know what I never bought? Was Jesse Ventura and Bill Duke being besties. I didn't buy that for 1 second in that movie.
But sabermetrically, you're putting Schwarzenegger in, who is box office gold at the time.
Right.
And then you're throwing in Carl Weathers.
So I mean, it doesn't work because, I mean, Schwarzenegger is your guy who is like your power hitter who strikes out all the time, right?
Yes.
Yep. But he sells tickets. People come to the park to see him hit home runs. Though
what's that fucking guy?
Though he bats 200.
He's Bryce Harper.
Yeah, he bats 200, but when he hits it, it goes out of the park.
Yes, it launches it.
Yeah.
He'll hit 40 home runs, but he'll bat 200.
Yeah.
Here's what I think. The only time I bought that Bill Duke and Jesse were best friends was when after Jesse was dead. And Bill Duke was just crying over a dead body that wasn't even there. Just a covered up.
He connected more with the fake dead body than he did with the live Jesse
Ventura.
Thought.
Right? They just had them stand together. The other part of the movie. That's the only time you knew they were buddies because they just stood together. You know what I mean? They just sat next to each other on the.
Well, Bill Duke was probably close with Carl Weathers.
I bought that connection way. See,
well, just because you've seen it before,
right?
Because wasn't Bill Duke in
Action Jackson?
Was he?
That was pre-Action Jackson.
Was
Predator. I see that. I don't know. Andrea loved Commando. She could probably talk more about that. When we saw Commando, she's like, "This is so badass, man." That's what she kept saying. It was weird.
Why can't you be more like these guys?
Yeah, you're like, why can't you be more like these guys? This is so badass. This is so badass. God, Arnold Schwarzenegger, does he just come up with this clever shit, or is it in the script? Like, all that stuff. She was like, dude, this is fucking awesome, bro. But I don't sabermetrically. I think Predator is a sabermetric cast. Because I don't buy the chemistry whatsoever. You had to take Carl Weathers.
Oh, he wasn't Action Jackson, but that came out afterwards.
Carl Weathers was like Tim Duncan. You know what I mean? Like you can't help but be good sitting next to, right? He was like, what's his fucking face?
That was Bill Duke's first movie?
Yeah.
Predator?
Yeah. Carl Weathers was like Luka Doncic. Like you're on a team with him, I'll look like a halfway decent basketball player if I just give him the rock and let him make all the moves. Like that was Carl Weathers in that first fucking. He was just that amazing Jason Kidd in his prime, just like goddamn, just Magic Johnson. Like God, fucking damn it! Everybody's getting a ring with this guy. Like that was Carl Weathers. Was that Magic Johnson? Just give him the ball, you're getting a ring. You'll be fine. Let him tell you what to do. That was. Yeah, I think you're right. Predator was a sabermetric cast, and it blew. And that's why, to tease, it gets great once they're all gone. Like it is. Oh man, there's something there.
The sabermetrics cast would be the Expendables.
Yeah.
That's a totally sabermetrics cast, right? It's just every 80s action star.
Just put them all there.
Put them in a movie, it'll sell.
And I haven't seen one of those. Have you?
I saw the first one.
I haven't seen any of those, man.
I saw the first one.
So then maybe that makes Predator like the small market team that can only afford a couple of like big stars.
they blew their wad on Schwarzenegger. They're the Angels. They have Mike Trout, nothing else.
They blew all their money on Schwarzenegger, and then they somehow drafted Carl Weathers and got lucky.
They got lucky with the Carl Weathers.
They got their homegrown guy who's carrying the team.
Yeah.
And then you have to fill it out with role players like Jesse Ventura.
Right. Like, yeah, Weathers was like...
Jesse Ventura was just Schwarzenegger's buddy he brought with him. He's like, you got to sign this guy. We don't want him.
We don't want him, but...
Well, if you don't sign him, I'm not playing.
God damn. I just... It's putting Jesse Ventura in every movie needs to be... That might be a new podcast we do. Where how many movies can we put him in? To just...
Put him in Finding Forrester.
Make it...
Could you imagine?
I'll help you write a novel. Here's how you write a book.
You need lots of pictures.
He's Gomer Pyle in Full Metal Jacket. I am in a world of shit. Oh, fuck, can you imagine?
What if he's in Dead Poet Society and Robin Williams' character?
Thank you, boys.
Oh, fuck.
I don't know if I should get fired. Maybe I just go to the dean and beat the living shit out of him, and I keep my job. He's fucking Zuckerberg in the Social Network.
Fuck. He's fucking. He played what's a guy like in Life is Beautiful. He's in a concentration camp with his little kid. And he's trying to convince
It's all a game. See, there's gonna be a big tank at the end if you can just play this game with me. Don't worry about your mother. Don't worry about mom.
Does that movie hold up? Was Schwarzenegger is the lead?
Jesse the Body. Oh, fuck. Holy shit.
Life is beautiful with Jesse the Body.
It's just a game, see? Your mom's gone. Don't worry about that.
Let's play hide and seek.
We're going to play hide and seek, and they're going to... I can't fucking breathe. Jesse the Body Ventura.
Are you as emotionally... Is your heart ripped out the same way when they take him around the corner, you just hear the gunshots?
I don't think two of those Nazis could carry me, both. I think I should beat them up and chill.
What do you say if I take the gun from the Nazis and we escape from the country?
And I kill everyone, including Hitler. That's the end of the movie. God,
that's how he rewrites Life is Beautiful.
He writes it. He just got his kid riding piggyback on his neck as he's fucking on his shoulders as he's shooting.
The kid's on his holding him from behind, and he's got a gun, and the kid's shooting backwards so Jesse can run forward and fire his gun.
I think that would be a better film.
I think that's a better film. What do you think?
Look at this ring. I could have bought 2 more Jewish people with it. This is the end of Schindler's List. He's having a meltdown. I could have done so much. I could have done so much more.
If you'd given me a gun, I could have saved them all.
If you'd given me a gun, I could have saved all these Jewish people. Even the one who jumped in that bag of shit at the end. I could have saved them all.
I could have saved them all. Even that girl with the coat.
The girl in the red coat who's dead now. She wouldn't be dead if you gave me a gun. Oh, fuck. Oh. I can't take this.
What if he was Tom Hanks in Philadelphia?
He's talking about that aria. He's breaking down that opera
Does he
song.
lose the weight for the role?
He's just jacked the whole time still.
Jesse Ventura in Philadelphia, but he's just jacked.
He's laying in the bed.
I'm withering away thanks to this age disease.
On the inside. The outside still steel.
I don't know if I should have any sex scenes or love scenes with Antonio Banderas. Is there? Could you maybe get Meg Ryan to come in here and let me fuck her?
Why don't we put her in a little short brown wig? And I'll rail her.
I'll rail her and pretend it's Antonio Banderas. Oh, fuck. He just stays jacked. He doesn't lose any weight.
He gets more pumped for the role. I'm bruised and battered. I couldn't tell what I felt.
That was unrecognizable. I don't like that. How about Survivor does another Eye of the Tiger instead of this song, this depressing song?
How about I sing the song?
Let me do one.
I was bruised and battered.
Oh, fuck. Holy shit.
Fuck.
God damn. How about I just beat AIDS? Like I literally beat it.
Like I pull AIDS out of my body and then beat the shit out of it.
Then it leaves.
And then it leaves and goes away. I could have saved all these people from AIDS.
Fucking hell.
Oh, shit.
Wow, did we just fix Hollywood?
I think we did.
Man, just stick Jesse the Body in it. If it's going to be a rough downer of a movie, he just put Jesse.
It changes the whole movie. Oh, fuck.
Oh, God. Well, let's get to singing.
Ooh.
Wow. That's a new We're going to have to do this podcast now. Right?
I think so.
How do we say no to this? And now we go to the hat. It's Jesse the Body. What hat would every hat Jesse wears?
AIDS is taking my skullet.
Fuck, I can't read. AIDS is taking his skullet. What hat would they wear? Oh, motherfucker. He's a fucking sitting there. Let me describe what's going on in this opera, Denzel. I'm going to spin around the room. I stole that movie. When I described the opera to Denzel, I stole that movie.
Spielberg's like, Jesse, you can't wear tie-dye at a concentration.
And tights. He's got his Jesse the Body
You can't have your feather earrings in the concentration.
and his sunglasses.
We got to lose the feather boa. Jesse, we can't.
Well, what if I buy these Jews? Like, he just rewrites everything. He's just fucking, oh, fuck.
What if everything's in black and white, but the feather boa's in
The
red?
feather boa's in red. Not the dead little girl, but the feather boa I have on. Shit. Oh, fuck. This what hat is all right up Cody's alley.
Woo!
The Transformers going to the Combiner Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Cody, how many times did you write and rewrite your Hall of Fame hat for the Transformers Combiners? I can only imagine.
Yeah, I was up till like 4 last night.
Right.
I just couldn't. It was agonizing.
They're scratching
It was
them
tough,
off,
man.
adding.
It's tough to do.
But Cody is saying, well, we'll get to this. Keenan Vega, a.k.a. Kingsley, goes, hey, Ramblers, hoping to make the deadline on this one. He just did. Right before you walked in the door, Eddie,
Good
I was
job,
attaching
Keenan.
this to the show notes. Let's get right to it. I never had any of the combiners for Transformers. I have to skip that. Jetfire is my favorite. I have the OG metal one in my attic. Damn.
Oh, dude, nice.
Joe Capone, Hat Game, the Protectobots wear the hat in the Hall of Fame because they were hands down the coolest and most diverse of the combiners. Fire engine, ambulance, cop cruiser, helicopter, and motorcycle combined to form Defensor. Charles Phillips. CP. Hope I got this in on time. Combiners Volcanicus. He's the newest Generation 1 combiner. He fulfilled my wish of finally giving the Dinobots a combiner.
It was always missing in Generation 1.
I was. Same here, man. I'm with you on that one. Ray Tolius. Well, it wasn't my pick, but that's my I'm with him. That's my favorite one.
Yeah.
Now, because that was what I always wanted. Ray Tolius, hi. I hope it's doing well out there. Myself, I'm running empty. Only got a few responses today. Congrats on the unspecial coming out, Eddie.
Thanks, Ray.
You know I pre-ordered. Got to support the team.
I love you, buddy.
Hey, man. He's
Thank
the
you.
best. Hall of Fame, Scrapper, Hook, Bone Crusher, Long Haul, Mixmaster, Scavenger, the Constructicons, Transform and Merge into Devastator. You really can't go past the original green and purple. The fact that they're all related vehicles but very different in design. So it's not just two different colored cars, his arms or legs. Boring. The fact that Scrapper is a leader, but he's also got the right leg, so it's not just a big boy of the group calling the shots. They got it right the first time. Patrick Crothers, or as you would call him.
PC.
Hey, Jerry, Eddie, Cody, Ramblers, and James. Devastator. What, buddy? Jack is entering his Hall of Fame. This motherfucker's so mad we're not giving him drink. Look, your food is right there. You
Just
fuck.
eat your food.
Jesus. Graham and Faye, greetings from the Great White North, fellow Ramblers. Much like the Cornetto trilogy, perhaps there's need to survive the Golden Mile to make it out of 2020 alive.
Oh.
Sadly, I think I'm still stuck at the Winchester. Dude. By the way, to clarify my Reno Destroyer Williams speculation from last week's Ramble, the character is indeed part of the Marvel Universe.
Yes, he did send a
I
copy.
didn't. Did you read that? I still couldn't understand how he's part of it by the Wikipedia page. But he's not yet part of the MCU that we know of. Here's hoping for some deep cut nods or connections in the future Shang-Chi movie. Fingers crossed.
That would be cool.
Hell yeah, man. He goes. Constructor bots assemble. Devastator. The Constructicons. Really, from the lens of the Ramble, there's only one answer to this. Legit first ballot Hall of Famer, none other than Dave Devastator Trebek, walks up to the Ramble podium to shake the hand of the evil commish and accept his accolades. He includes the Garbage Pail Kids of Davey Stater. Hand extended for a firm handshake. The evil commish is missing. What? There's just a post-it note to the stuck to the podium's microphone. It's in the mail. As it happens, Jerry is currently trapped in a never-ending video game frustration loop, still trying to beat his nephew Super Mario Maker 2 torture level on Twitch. Resigned. Now the evil commits just sits in his butt groove with his eye twitching in that vein pulsing fury at the revolving poached toads. You're not wrong. Fortunately, as a wellness check, Andre has been poking him with the proof of life stick, periodically hosing him down with hand sanitizer, and mercifully placing some Subway, Doritos, and Red Bull in front of him. Time to switch it up with an Animal Crossing digital cooldown, Jerry. Fuck yeah. And then he does a picture of Tom Nook, and it's Slip Nook instead of Slipknot. Love it. And he says, Goodwill punting Millennial Falcon. Via live Retro Rocha Twitch stream, it was teased that there would be a bomb dropped on this Ramble Prime, and it was earth-shattering. Kaboom. I never would have guessed this travesty of nerdness. Oh, man. Oh. Aliens is my favorite movie ever. Literally my number one all-time for me, even above Empire, Godfather, Shawshank, Wrath of Khan, Better Off Dead, Transformers, Gambler, etc., etc. Ironically, I'm insanely jealous of Cody because he gets to view one of the best movies of all time for the first time. 13-year-old me who had to sneak into the R-rated movie, and I would use a flux capacitor and a heartbeat to do it all over again. If you guys had to add to this Goodwill punting, make sure that it's a special edition version. We did the original first.
Yeah.
The sentry gun scene alone is worth the price of admission, let alone the cutscene with the Cocoon Burke and Ripley in the nest when she's trying to find Newt. Fun fact, there is a similar deleted scene from Alien where Ripley discovers the alien cocoons in the Nostromo where she speaks with a still-alive Dallas. It significantly changes the scope of the alien threat in question. I literally bought a Laserdisc player just to watch all the extended cutscenes on the director's cut for Aliens, Terminator 2, and The Abyss. The special editions of all those movies are extremely different versions than their theatrical cut versions. PSA, Cameron was the OG director's cut guy that started an avalanche of low-grade remake VHS DVD versions so studios could grind more money off of us paying customers. Just think of how many editions, beta, VHS, DVD, Blu-ray, digital that you've purchased over the years of Star Wars alone.
Yep, every time.
Dude, every time. Version. I'm a sucker. Any Pink Floyd thing gets remastered, I have to go buy it.
Yeah.
Zach Dahlem, greetings, Ramble Nation. Hall of Fame hat. I can't even believe it's up for discussion. It's Devastator. Even Cody knows that, since Cody has seen Devastator. Cody gets the reference.
Yes.
Sean Williams, hey, Jerry, Eddie, and Cody, for what would they wear? Honorable mention goes to Devastator for being the first G1. Obviously, because of the Revenge of the Fallen version, lost me when you have Devastator get beat up by the stupid Autobot twins that were annoying as shit, yes. But Hall of Fame has got to be Predaking. The look of him, but I also got a while back for Japan. The metal version is the Predacons. After combining to Predaking, that was a work of art. Predaking was dope. Joseph Santos, please read the end of my email at the end of the show. Deal. Combiner, I am Cody. I'm too good to watch Transformers. Optimus Maximus, no one can compare for me. Wow.
Optimus Maximus.
Shots fired, Cody. Gary Priest. He is Jerry, Eddie, and Cody. Cody's replacement. Finally caught up on all the content. Love the new changes, the video, and the lashings of the Jizz talk. Hat combiners from Transformers. There was one where Bumblebee combined with Robert Smith to the Cure and became Grumblebee. I know that's pretty obscure. It'll only be known by super Transformer fans like myself, but I think it's good to spread my vast knowledge of the franchise. Thank you, Gary Priest.
Thank you very much.
Colin Maggs. Hey, guys, my return to the list submissions. I've been enjoying catching up with the previous week's episodes, though I can see why corporate doesn't give Cody a bigger contract. Having Alien and Aliens on a shelf unwatched and untouched is unforgivable, compounded by the fact that he's watched the last two flaming shit piles of films, let alone Eurovision and other crimes against cinema. He's sat all the way through, but can't do Predator in one sitting. All seriousness, I think when you decide to get Goodwill Hunting up and running, it is! You guys should record it as its own more serious podcast. It would be interesting to hear Cody's views on classics or just movies we love that he's yet to see, with you, Eddie, debating with him over the finer points and why they're so loved. Have a compiled list of films for consideration, which will be sent in a separate email. Now to the list. Well, we kind of did that.
Kind of.
But then
it's a little bit. Podcast.
When Jesse the Body Ventura is in play,
he takes over the whole thing.
You never know what's going to happen. Devastator for the original, the baddest and the best looking, despite what the ass clown Bay did to him. I mean, putting balls on a piss poor interpretation of Devastator. I mean, more look like a robot Zool Devil Dogs from Ghostbusters.
It was fucking balls.
Jeremiah Harris, Hall of Fame hat is Devastator. Duh, the original, still the best looking, honestly. Bojack the Ripper. Bojack's picks. What hat would they wear? Hall of Fame, Transformers combiners. I have no idea what this is. Is it like the Power Rangers Megazord or something? I'm going to have to pass on this one. That hurt.
Oh.
That hurt.
Bojack.
Jerry.
First Dennis the Menace, now this.
That hurt.
The Dallas Stars have tied the game.
That's it. Stanley Cup.
2.5 minutes left.
There it is. That's not bad. We're going to get
Did
past
you just say Stanley Cup?
Stanley Cup's getting ready to be hoisted
Dallas
again.
fans, man.
Got to tie up the series first, and then straight to the top.
Win the series.
You guys are insane.
I'm just doing this to annoy Eddie.
Oh, my God.
I'm going to be honest. The 92 Cowboys were the only team I actually knew were going to win it when they won it because of Haley. That was it. All the others, I was like, even 93, I'm like, nah, Buffalo's going to get us back. Buffalo's going to win. And then 95, I was like, dude, Pittsburgh, we don't beat Pittsburgh in the Super Bowl, and we wouldn't have.
Well, you had 12 men on defense.
Had Neil O'Donnell.
Neil O'Donnell was playing for you guys.
I mean, was he not the MVP of that for the Cowboys?
If I was the Cowboys, if I was Jerry Jones,
he gets a ring.
I would have sent him a ring.
He gets a ring. Neil O'Donnell got a ring.
One, it would have been the greatest troll of all time.
Yes. And he earned it. I mean, he did.
To have a Cowboy Super Bowl ring with his name engraved on the side.
Fuck, at least they tied it, Cody. Keep me posted. All right. What hat? Mine, I had to, okay, my heart says Volcanicus because that's the new one that finally they made the Dinobots a combiner.
Yeah.
Predaking was the one I always wanted as a kid but never got. Mm-hmm. Abominus was one I was able to, I think one of the few I was able to build as a kid and I loved. And the only other one I had as a kid was Defensor. That was my favorite.
You never had Devastator?
No, I never had Devastator. The Protectobots, Devastator with Defensor, that was my favorite. But it's got to be Devastator.
It's Devastator.
For the hat.
It's
Devastator. Cody, you'd agree?
Oh, yeah.
All right, Ramble 247. I think we've talked about this. I don't know if we've ever done a thing on it. A band that loses their front man, but perseveres. Who'd be on the Hall of Fame?
So, example, Van Halen with David Lee Roth leaving, and then bringing in Sammy Hagar.
You have Bon Scott dying.
Yeah.
You have Syd Barrett leaving Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
You have so many. What's
Journey?
the guy? Journey. They get the Filipino guy. You get the guy from Joy Division who dies, and they turn into New Order.
Yeah.
There's a lot there, man.
Yeah.
That's who goes in.
I have an update.
Okay.
The goal was overturned for goalie interference.
Oh, fuck.
Stanley Cup.
Wait a minute. How can it be goalie interference if... Wait, what? Did our goalie run over there and knock the other goalie down?
No, there must have been a screen or something where they bumped into the goalie.
Oh, they interfered with... Oh, okay. But aren't you supposed to? Fuck that guy.
You can't take the goalie out of the net and then fucking, empty net.
You can if I'm playing hockey.
You guys let me play in NHL.
Let me play in the NHL. All right, so how much time is left now?
1 minute.
Rebuild. Time to rebuild. We are
down by
blow it all up. Start over.
Blowing
guys.
it all up. Time to rebuild this.
Tale of 2 minutes.
Tale of 2 minutes. Oh, how it can change. And now we might already be eliminated, right?
Oh,
by the time this
people
airs.
hear this, yes.
Right. It was all, or they're pulling off a great comeback, which I doubt. I think we're at this point. Momentum is so big
Caps
in hockey.
are done.
Momentum is so big in hockey that if you lose it even a little bit, you're toast.
Yeah.
You know, anyway. So band that lost their front man but persevered. Ramble at theramblepod.com. Get that in. Hope please by Saturday night if you can for Ramble 247. Now it's time for open, closing, and encore. Does that work for you?
I think so. If you hit the music.
You want to hear that harmonica?
I do.
Cody, how do we get you to hear this?
I don't know.
Open, close, and encore. Woo! Maestro? Can I call you that?
Oh, I think Cody's having food delivered.
Groceries. His groceries.
That's his groceries being
fucking
delivered.
Mr. Bougie. The fucking groceries. God damn it, man. We get to hear this 1%er.
His swanky lifestyle.
And he's complaining about the contract.
Right.
He's
having his food delivered to his house.
All bougie food delivered. Cody here. Was that your groceries getting
groceries?
delivered?
It was an Amazon delivery.
Oh, well, what's in it? Is it Willow? Is it what? Is it Willow 4K?
It's cat litter.
How many cats do you have?
Just one.
Just one. See? Look how behaved his cat is.
Look at that. Not jumping up
and down, trying to get out fucking meowing about food.
Fuck.
I had 3 and they all fucking suck. No, they don't. They're all right. So open, close, encore, Weezer. Somebody said we've already done this one.
Have we done Weezer?
I don't remember.
Cody,
either. Do you remember doing Weezer? Right? I don't remember that.
I don't think so, but I may have not been on yet.
Right.
So.
Well, if we did it, we're doing it again. How's that?
Can't do it enough.
Can't do it enough. There we go. Keenan Vega says Weezer opens with Back to the Shack, closes with El Scorcho.
Yes.
They encore with Say It Ain't So, into the Sweater Song. As Chrome Glitter and Party Streamers fall off the ceiling, they actually did this. Saw them at the Long Beach Arena 20 years ago. Side note, their openers were Tenacious D and Jimmy Eat World.
Oh, yeah, nice.
You know, I saw Weezer at Comic-Con. The second time I went to Comic-Con, I met a woman at E3 at an E3 after party, and she worked for a publication, and she was like, we just kept emailing. She's like, "Hey, you're gonna be at Comic-Con?" It's like, "Yeah, we're hosting the Walking Dead after party for AMC. Weezer's gonna be there." I was like, oh, "Holy shit!" So I go. It was awesome, and it was just it was one of those corporate gigs for a band, which I was fascinated to see how that would go. Wow. Right, and a corporate gig for a band was 1 hour, nothing but hits. It was unbelievable.
Yeah. They're not trying out the new shit at the corporate
they were
party.
just doing all the hits. They did about 45 to 50, maybe close to an hour. That was it.
Nice.
I saw that Nathan Fillion guy was, and Hideo Kojima, the guy who created Metal Gear, was there. That was pretty dope. But that was Weezer. So there we go. Joe Capone. Oh God.
Wow.
Oh no, I don't.
He's just laying it all out there.
Jesus Christ. Joe Capone says they open with Fire Cody. They close with Weezer Sucks. They encore with Go Giants. Wow.
Seriously, bros?
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Weezer is the kiss of the 90s, 2000s.
They suck. With like 8 U's.
Wow.
They suck. Wow. Justin Jacobs, they open with Hash Pipe. They close with Beverly Hills. They encore with Buddy Holly. Charles Phillips.
CP?
Yeah. They open with Surf Wax America. Perfect song to start the show. They close with Buddy Holly. You have to play this one. Encore with Island in the Sun. Perfect song to end on. Ray Tolley is super basic. Open with Island in the Sun. They close with Say It Ain't So. Encore with Buddy Holly.
Nice.
Patrick Crothers or
PC?
Yes. I'm going to do Weezer covers. My info's based on a Wikipedia page. Maybe it's accurate. They open with Van Halen's Hot for Teacher. They close with The Clash's Should I Stay or Should I Go? And they encore with Tears for Fears. Everybody wants to rule the world. All right.
Okay.
Graham and Faye, I'm likely wrong as my memory only goes back about 5 minutes now in the Corona Cooties apocalypse. But I want to say, have we done the Wheeze before in the Ramble? I think we have. I'm sure this can't be
Must have.
Oh, it was
Graham would know.
Incompetence be damned. Hashtag. Oh, God. Do I have to read that?
Oh, God.
Hashtag via fauna emancipation. There we go.
Jesus.
All right.
Thank you. Jerry, I have an update.
Yep.
The Stars tied it with 12.9 seconds left for a hat trick for Joe Pavelski.
Wow. Legit tied it? Was there interference and it stands?
So legit tied it. It is going into overtime.
Stanley Cup now, right?
I think 10 in a row. I think they're going to rattle off 10 cups in a row now after this. After that moment, they're going to be like the Celtics of the 60s.
Fucking Dallas fans.
Hold on, it's being challenged.
I knew it. I think we blow it up.
I'll provide an update, but they're challenging an offsides call.
Fuck. Faye's rocking the OCE this time around.
Oh, nice, Faye.
Open with Buddy Holly with Henry Winkler as the Fonz from the video. They close with Troublemaker and Memories. Encore remix spectacular with original artists on the big screen. Sweet Dreams, Africa, Take on Me, Billie Jean. Everybody wants to rule the world. Nice.
Like it.
Zach Dahlem or maybe
ZD.
Okay. They open with My Name is Jonas. They close with Hash Pipe. They encore with The Good Life. Sean Williams. Weezer opens to Buddy Holly. Closes with Say It Ain't So. And they encore with You Gave Your Love to Me softly from the Angus soundtrack. Cool song on a solid soundtrack and a pretty decent movie. Ramble the fuck on. Sean Williams, an author. God, that still sounds weird. Sean Williams has a book. He's on the Ramble fan page.
I think it's on Amazon,
Facebook page, on Amazon.
Check it out.
Go check it out, man. Joe Santos. Weezer. They open to Beverly Hills because that's where I want to be. They close with Africa because some guy wanted to play it from Stranger Things who watches that shit, probably Cody. Encore, Buddy Holly because the music video has Arthur fucking Fonzarelli, even though Buddy Holly had sex with his niece. Hey, Cody probably has thought of doing that too. Wow. Oof. Joe Santos is just attacking Cody. And Cody is on the boards and giving me star updates, so I can't get behind that. Colin Maggs, they open with Mr. Blue Sky. Great song, pretty good cover with the added effect of making some think they're at the wrong concert. They close with Hash Pipe, encore with Buddy Holly. Jeremiah Harris, Weezer, pull an album, one side, one track, open with My Name is Jonas, cap off their initial set with the song that made them a household name and bring us full circle back to the Blue Album with Buddy Holly. They encore with the obvious closer, Memories about reminiscing and cherishing a life well lived and enjoyed.
Jesus,
here comes Jack.
Here comes the cat asshole.
Fuck, dude, Jack, you mutt.
Look at that. Just
hey,
all cat butt.
Hey,
look at that. There, give him the O shot. Give him the O shot.
I'm gonna
make you guys full screen for this.
Please.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
So
look at this guy. Look at him. This turd. And boom.
And knock down
both the Ant-Mans.
Both Ant-Mans.
Both Ant-Men are gone.
Ant-Men are down.
Ant-Men are done. Bojack the Ripper, open close encore. I seen him live back in 2010. Awesome show from what I can remember. They opened with Undone, closed with Buddy Holly, encore with My Name is Jonas and Hash Pipe.
Nice.
Look at that, huh? I have them open with Hash Pipe. They close with Undone. They encore with Buddy Holly.
Okay.
What do you got?
They open with, let me see, Troublemaker.
Okay.
They close with Perfect Situation.
Ooh.
And then I have them encore with Pork and Beans.
Oh, shit. Cody?
I have them opening with My Name is Jonas.
Great one.
I have them closing with Buddy Holly.
Yep.
And I have them encoring with a cover. However, I don't think I heard this cover mentioned, which is Toto's Rosanna.
That's better than their Africa cover, I think.
It is.
I like
it's
that
a
one.
Really, really good cover.
That's a good one. Although I do give their Africa cover credit because recently they did it and Weird Al joined them for it, which is pretty awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. That's pretty dope. All right, there we go. Thank you all. Next Ramble, the Foo Fighters.
Ooh.
The Foo Fighters. What would they open,
Oof.
close, and encore with? Ramble at theramblepod.com. The one time I saw the Foo Fighters, I don't think it'd be the same because they just went chronological order from modern to reverse, and then they encored with the Nirvana reading.
Oh, yeah, you told me about that.
So they opened with Run, and then they closed with, like, This Is a Call, I think. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, well, that's not probably what their normal show would be. So, yeah. Yeah, but it was still fucking amazing. So there we go. Next Ramble. And then now, guess what I'm doing? Guess what we're doing?
What?
We're reading books.
You bringing your pussy over
and
here?
playing video games. Bring your pussy over
I'm
here.
reading books. I'm playing
Reading
video
books and playing
games.
games.
Bring your pussy over here. We're reading books and playing games.
Oh! Damn! Woo!
Oh,
Jeez.
this fucking cat just cleaning himself.
He doesn't give a fuck.
Just give himself a
Just
tongue bath
grooming
in front
himself
of
right
everybody.
in front
just
of his
a tongue bath
asshole.
in front of everybody.
Keenan Vega, I started over round 2 of Ghost of Tsushima. Keenan does this thing. I can't do this. He plays a really long game, and he'll just start over and play it again when he's done. I can't. I got to walk away. What
would be the point of that if you've already completed the
to
game?
experience. Well, a lot of them have things you might have missed.
Don't you usually complete all the side missions?
Yeah, I do. That's why, because I try to get every drop out of it, but they do have what
Do you
they
go back
call-
at a harder level?
Yeah, they call New Game Plus mode a lot of games, or like let's say you beat the Jedi game.
Yeah.
And at the end, he's just a mega overpowered Jedi. You can, I don't know if they have it for this game, but theoretical example would be, let's say you can restart the game
With all the powers.
all the powers,
Oh,
but it's just a shit ton harder.
Okay.
You know,
I
that's
see.
kind of. Joe Capone, playing and reading, still doing my Tecmo Super Bowl 3 season play on Tuesdays and Thursdays, just on Twitch. Go follow Caponis. I think it's Caponis. Joe Capone on Twitch. Just wrapped up the regular 4 season that saw me guide the Giants to their 3rd straight NFC East title and a berth in the postseason. Though it was down to a race against Dallas the last 6 weeks, same record with a split head-to-head. It came down to old points scored tiebreaker system. I'm still doing a weekly Legend of Zelda Link to the Past playthrough on Dark World Dungeon 7 right now, so it's getting real up in Hyrule Bay B. Twitch.tv/Caponis is the place. New channel, Point Rewards to Saturday. You can have me sing a song badly on a stream and cut a promo on what's happening in the game with my terrible impersonation of Dusty Rhodes. Dusty Rhodes, daddy.
Daddy.
That's fucking great. So follow Joe Capone on Twitch. Ray Tolius, only book I've kept reading up on is The Immortal Hulk. It's awesome. Also been playing games. Only playing old games like Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Don't have any underrated 90s albums. I'm very interested to hear what comes up. Maybe give something new old to check out. Stay safe out there. Thank you, Ray, Graham, and Faye. Jizz Talk, first-time caller here.
He's just licking his asshole.
Here's Jizz Talk.
He's just-
Jesus fucking
The
Christ.
fucking leg is up. He's just rim jobbing himself.
Oh, God.
Ugh.
So Graham and Faye are not reading books and playing video games. Jizz Talk. Hey, first-time caller here. Which episode of Jizz Talk had the movie review of Kenny Rogers' 12-pack? I seem to remember you guys explaining the movie's feel-good turn with Brewster's near-death experience with a load of rope and a chair. Cody, which one? I want to say it was 78. I don't know, though. I don't know.
I can play it and see.
That'd be good.
It was
You wanna do
before
that?
the 100th episode. I know
Yes,
that.
it definitely was before, because, they already covered that by the 100th. Yeah, go ahead and play it, Cody, if you have it ready. Okay. Jesus Christ. That was, Kenny Rogers jizzing on a bunch of kids.
That was when he was hanging.
Hanging
He was
himself,
hanging,
half dead,
he was
jizzed
hanging
himself.
from the rafters like what's his face in Shawshank.
Shawshank Redemption,
Right.
and jizzing on a bunch of kids.
All
Who
the
then
kids
save
coming.
him.
They save him.
They saved
He's
his
got
life.
the jizz. But do they save him because of the jizz or because he's Kenny Rogers?
That's what I took from the movie. I took it because he got jizzed on. They saved him.
Right?
I think it could have been Ray Charles. They wouldn't have saved. Nobody.
They would
Nobody.
I would have
Kenny
been left
Rogers,
hanging.
Ray Charles.
I would have been left hanging.
You and I would have been left hanging.
But it's Kenny
It was
Rogers'
the
jizz.
It was the jizz.
It was the
It could
jizz
have been
that
any.
did it.
Had it been Ray Charles' jizz, they would have saved Ray Charles. But it was the fact that it was the jizz.
Right.
The jizz is what. That's what I gathered from that motion picture that we saw, my friend.
It was the jizz.
Absolutely. I'll tell you something. You know who doesn't get enough credit? Kenny Rogers doesn't get enough credit for jizzing on camera. That guy knew how to jizz on the camera.
He did.
He knew how to blow a load.
You thought you saw big loads by Peter North.
No.
Kenny Rogers
blew some loads.
blew some loads.
Like, you know what I did?
Buckets.
You know what I did?
What?
I stood up
What?
I took my hat off. I put my hand over my heart when I saw him jizzing that movie.
You
That's
did.
how good. Absolutely.
Wow. Right in the
That's how
theater
great.
like that.
Right there in the theater.
We have any questions?
Let me check. We got a caller. Hold on. We do have a caller on line 3. Cody at the boards. You got line 3 ready?
Patch him through.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey guys. Yeah.
Now what's your question?
Like, what do you think about chick squirting? Does that count as jizz?
Oh, get this fucking guy off the phone.
It's bullshit.
It's not fucking jizz.
It's not funny. You're not funny.
Is that a fucking
Do you
joke?
think he's being funny?
You prank calling
You
us?
think you're being funny?
You think you're the
piece of
jerky
shit?
boys calling here?
Cody, did we find out where that guy's calling
Find
from?
out where that guy lives.
Address. You find that fucking address.
Girl squirting
This
his
motherfucker.
jizz.
You know what? First off, it's just how about you show some goddamn respect
For jizz.
You ask these, and also not just for jizz, but you ask these fucking very nasty questions.
Yeah.
He's
Girl
a very
squirting.
nasty girl squirting. Who wants
Fucking
to hear
children listen to
this?
this.
Absolutely.
Now I got to go back and we got to cut
Jesus
that out.
Christ. Your daughter listens to every episode.
Every episode.
Come on. I mean,
Huge jizz guy. Man, loves jizz talk.
your daughter comes to our live events. You know, we don't.
She's in front row. Sits front row.
You want this fucking creep? Trying to ask you questions like that with your
squirting.
daughter right there? Squirt.
Fucking squirting
You fucking
girls.
piece of shit.
What's
You
wrong with
fucking-
you?
Cody,
The
the minute
fuck
you
outta
get that,
here.
Cody at the boards, the minute you get that guy's address, you're giving it to
You
us.
let us
understand?
know.
We're going to fuck
Oh, yeah.
that guy
Fuck
up.
that dude.
We're fucking... Jack has not left, this fucking asshole. So there it was. It was just talk. Definitely before 100. Was that 78, Cody, I think?
78 or 70.
It
I think
was technically, so that was like the 24-hour marathon where it sort of carried over into the next day.
That's right. So it kind of combined episode 78 and 79.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they did that 24-hour jizz talk.
Yeah, they were doing the fundraiser for the children's charity.
Right. The cancer.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was a charity. Well, do we have him explaining the charity, Cody? Can we get that?
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
It's probably towards the tail end of that 24-hour
towards
marathon.
All right, let me fast forward.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah.
So I found it. So yeah, they were like 23 hours in, so they were a little tired. But let me see how it sounds.
Let me tell you something.
Okay.
Here's why this thing is so important. We thank
Tell
all
him.
you-
Tell him why we
God-
did this.
God bless all of you.
For all you jizzers out there.
We don't think. We never thought.
We love our jizzes.
We always saw it's just not fair.
It's not.
You got to wait till puberty to jizz. So what we're trying to do is to implement a system to have children jizz as early as 4 months old.
So, let me explain the situation.
Yeah,
You donate your extra jizz, and then we take those
Yeah.
jizzes, and we have those implanted into the bodies of children.
Absolutely.
So then they can jizz
If I
at
got
a young age.
if I have to hear that testimony from that poor kid
That 9-year-old
in
boy.
Paris, Texas, who wanted to jizz but couldn't jizz,
so bad.
I'll cry.
I'll
again.
lose it. I
I'll
don't want
cry
to lose
again.
it on my show
You
again.
saw it. We both cried.
We cried.
We were crying.
I
like
mean,
babies.
hour 3 was just us crying.
Crying. Cody at the boards, we can't thank you enough for keeping that together and playing greatest hits of Jizz Talk as we were both crying.
But yeah, please donate to Give the Kids Jizz.
Give the kids jizz, and we want. I mean, why that poor? And you know what? If we reach our goal, and I think we're only like $20 away, that kid in Paris, Texas, is going to jizz.
He's going to get his own jizz.
We're going to. He's jizz.
We've raised $360.
We did it.
Wow, we did it! We did it! Greatest moment ever on Jizz Talk. Give the kids jizz.
There it was. Wow, man, Cody, I can't believe you found that, buddy. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Cody at the boards. 2 different Codys. It's weird too.
That's weird.
You know, I bet that Cody Jizz Talk doesn't have to put up with any bullshit.
No,
No, he was probably well respected.
Yeah,
and
well paid, well
paid.
compensated. Man.
long-term contract.
Colin Maggs, reading games and still working through Lincoln Rhyme books. Now I've been playing Civilization, WWE 2K18, and Elite Dangerous. I'm still playing through everything it was before. Ghost of Tsushima, Paper Mario, Origami King, Predator Hunting Grounds, Animal Crossing. But I've also been reading. Got to talk about this.
What?
Just read The Friends of Eddie Coyle. I got to read the book Colin Maggs, Necromancer. I'm starting that one. That's a fucking awesome opening. But I'm reading Friends of Eddie Coyle. Just finished that. That's a book that everyone said is one of the best, most realistic crime books ever written.
Right.
And they made a movie with Robert Mitchum. Cody, that might be a Good Willow Hunting. It got the Criterion treatment. You got to
one?
watch it too. It's called The Friends of Eddie Coyle. It's a fucking amazing movie with Robert Mitchum. It's a very gritty, realistic.
What year
look.
was it made?
70s,
70s?
maybe mid 70s, probably. And it is goddamn. The only thing that doesn't hold up is the soundtrack. everything about the Friends of Eddie Coyle the movie is great, but the soundtrack when people are driving, it's just like it's like why are we doing 70s car chase shit when there's not even a car chase? But it's still a really good flick. But anyway, read that book and I'm reading The Long Goodbye, the Raymond Chandler famous Philip Marlowe novel. Good shit. And Ray Tolius and Grady W. Smithy III kept pushing me on this. The Immortal Hulk.
Hey, you told me about this.
On Marvel Unlimited.
I got to check it out.
Eddie.
How long of a series is it?
It's ongoing.
It's ongoing?
It's still going. It started like 2 years ago. I'm telling you, okay. After everything the Hulk has been through, the opening book one, issue 1 of Immortal Hulk, he's going after this biker gang who's behind a convenience store robbery.
Okay.
And I'm like, he has been in outer space. Like, what
so
the
this
fuck?
takes place after Planet Hulk.
Yeah, and I'm like, what is this shit? But then it gets unreal. Like it's still good, but I'm like, why are they're doing this? I thought, okay, maybe I thought it's kind of hard when he's done cosmic shit now to go back.
It's not a reset of the Hulk. It's a continuation.
No, it's to go back to the Bill Bixby shit, right? But that's kind of the vibe you get initially. But oh my god, it is a horror comic. It is fucking gnarly, and it goes crazy, and it deals with Bruce Banner and his multiple personalities. And you know what? I mean, I was already over. This book was over for me. And this isn't spoiler. I promise you're going to love it. It's not that big of a spoiler. Like maybe 10 issues in, Bruce Banner is staying at a hotel. And it's before this, he's being chased by someone. And they're like, I'm going to get you, Bruce. This guy's because I'm getting you, Banner. I'm coming for you. And then Banner, you see, has this smile. He goes, I'm not Bruce Banner. And then I'm like, what was that about? And then the next issue, he checks into a hotel and like, how you doing, Joe? Oh, I'm doing great. He's fucking Joe Fixit from the Gray Hulk when he was in Vegas.
Really?
It was fucking awesome. But he's not the Gray Hulk. His Banner persona is Joe Fixit for a little bit. This dude, Al Ewing, the writer, throws everything that's ever happened to the Incredible Hulk. And that's why I was like, oh, that's why he started with like the homage to the Bill Bixby shit. It just gets fucking bonkers and more bonkers and more. It is fucking amazing. It's the Immortal Hulk. It is definitely a horror comic. Like there's some gnarly fucking monster shit. I mean, the Hulk is a monster in this. It is, oh man, it gets, and you know how Marvel, maybe 15 years ago they introduced the One Above All, who's like the god character of the Marvel universe. This one introduces the One Below All, and holy shit is it creepy as fuck. It is, man, it is fucking amazing.
Okay.
The Immortal Hulk, you got to check it out. You reading anything? You playing anything?
I just downloaded with Colton a couple nights ago. We downloaded the beta version of the Avengers game.
How is
PS4. It's not bad.
It's not bad. I heard it's not bad.
He had you get to play the first level. This doesn't give anything away because I gave away in the trailer. Captain America dies.
He dies. I can remember the statues up.
Yeah,
there's
there's a big thing in San Francisco where it's like Avengers Day or whatever.
Nice.
And, they're trying to, and then Taskmaster shows up in the first level with this sonic gun or this sonic bomb that would like lay waste to like 10 square miles.
That's cool.
And so you get to play in the beta version. You get to play as Iron Man, Thor, then Captain America and Black Widow, and you kind of everything just goes to shit.
Wow. So are you more excited for this one? You might pick this one up.
I did, because you play this, and then you get to that first level, and it gives you the story of, like, this is now called A-Day.
Right.
And the Avengers failed everybody, and Captain America died because they were testing the technology. And what it's done is it's turned everyone in San Francisco. It's given all these people, like, powers in San Francisco.
Weird.
Because of what happened. It's very strange.
See, okay, this is where I think they made their mistake. It's hot off the heels of Endgame that this game was announced.
Yeah.
And I remember the initial footage you saw from it was it just looked like
looked like B-movie version
of
characters.
the Avenger movie. I think they should have started with this. Captain America's dead. You're like, whoa, what is it?
Yeah.
They should have shown Miss Marvel in it because I know she's in the game.
She's in it big
They
time.
should have shown her. Like they should have said, wait, no, this is not. I think they were trying to capitalize on the movie, which makes sense.
I think they marketed it wrong out of the gate with the Avenger, trying to pinhole it to the Avengers in-game movie, but. I would have liked to see more classic-looking comic book versions of them.
Sure.
Not trying to tie it into the game, but the story seems very fascinating, and the gameplay was fun. For the beta version.
That's great. No, I'm excited now.
It's free to download on PS4.
Cody, you playing anything? You reading anything?
Yeah, this weekend, all this weekend, I downloaded I pre-ordered and downloaded the demo for Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2.
Oh, shit. The remasters. Yeah.
And played for hours this weekend.
Is it good?
So.
Is it just like as good as it was?
Oh, yeah. It's great.
I never...
It's... Oh, go ahead.
No, I never played a Tony Hawk game. I'm so
Oh,
bummed.
really?
Yeah, because Tony Hawk came out during the PlayStation 1. And that's back when I was a Nintendo purist. It wasn't until what got me to go otherwise was Knights of the Old Republic. I'm like, well, I have to buy an Xbox for this.
Yeah.
And then what got me to get a PS2 was God of War. Okay. Right? So I missed the Tony Hawk boat completely. And I was so bummed. I wanted to play it because I think it was Tony Hawk 2 or 3. They made Darth Maul a character. Like Darth Maul was a hidden character, and he could use the Force, and like he would be apart from his board, but he would spin it with his hand and shit like that. Like, I missed the boat on that. But this is good?
It was great because it's a remastered thing, so it's like one of the classic levels is on there.
That's cool.
The same soundtrack, so Tony Hawk was known for having like a killer soundtrack. Yep. So
that's cool. Good for those bands that kind of get a little bit of a resurgence, right? Because not all of them stayed popular. That's awesome. That's great.
Yeah,
that's really cool. I got to check that out. And Cody, I'm telling you, The Immortal Hulk, go pick it up, man. It is a good horror comic. I think you're gonna dig this one.
I'm excited
because there is a lot of they go deep on Hulk Easter eggs and shit like that. And then by issue 30, you're like, what the fuck is happening right now? And they're tying so many things into cosmic rays giving people their powers, right? Because I forgot, but that happened to Galactus. He was just that dude Galen of Ta who got hit with those rays at the end of the universe and was born as and then the Fantastic Four. I'm telling you, this thing is fucking amazing. The Immortal Hulk. It's great shit. So and we have no new shout-outs. So I like the idea of doing shout-outs when we get a new one, right? To add to the list. Is that okay?
That's fine.
Is that fine? Am I going to piss off the people
Probably.
at home?
But it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Right? It doesn't matter if we piss the people off.
We're the Ramble. We do what we want. No, come on. We're not going to. Should I read it? Should we go through? Fuck, I don't know. It's a lot. We'll wait till we get some new ones, right?
We'll get new ones and we'll add
Or
them.
if not, I'll do it for sure next Ramble.
Yes.
Even
maybe
if
once
no
a month
ones.
we read off the
I like that.
the
Once a month we do the shout. That was Graham's idea.
Because we love everybody.
We love you all.
But I know people don't want to sit there and listen to
and also, Cody and Eddie have 2 other podcasts to go to after this. So, that's the only other reason. So we'll do it afterward. We'll do it once a month for
once
sure.
Once a month we'll do the...
That's a good idea. And next week will be this month.
Yes.
All right. Perfect. And here we go. Then you know what that means. Top 5 time, baby. The only bummer is we don't hear a duet with shout-outs except once a month.
That is one of my favorites.
I mean, that's it. But
it's the time of the show where we rank the top
5.
Oh, good.
I bet they didn't hear it.
They didn't hear it.
They didn't even catch
no one knows.
the 10.
No one even knows there used to be a top 10.
If this was your first Ramble, you would never think that I said 10.
Ramblers before don't even realize there was a top 10.
Fuck no.
They're so bought into the top 5.
You're right. So again, next Ramble, band who lost their frontman goes into the Hall of Fame. What band who lost a frontman but persevered would be on their hat? You know who wouldn't make it? Sadly, the Doors. Anyway, or the Jimi Hendrix Experience. They would not have made that. They're not going to make that.
Yeah, sorry.
Nirvana didn't make that list either.
Iron Maiden persevered.
Iron Maiden, they got better.
Yeah.
What about? Does Pearl Jam count with Mother Love Bone, or is that?
That was a mega band, right? Then they combined.
Kinda, yeah.
It's not really Pearl Jam. They didn't.
Yeah, that's true.
Mother Love Bone.
That's what I'm saying. Mother Love Bone.
Oh, that's right. I was
Temple
thinking,
of the Dog was a
Temple
super
of the Dog.
band.
I was thinking Temple of the Dog.
Pearl Jam
Mother
is in.
Love Bone.
Because it was basically Pearl Jam without Eddie Vedder, wasn't that Mother Love Bone?
Basically.
Yeah, it was McCready, it was Stone Gossard, and it was Ahmet, right?
Yeah.
And was it what's his face? The first drummer.
First drummer was on Saturday Night Live.
A Breeze.
He was a Saturday Night Live.
David Breeze,
guy.
that guy.
I don't think he was in Mother Love Bone.
Okay, all right. Well, there we go. So
maybe I guess Pearl Jam, maybe, but it seemed almost like a different band.
They did. So that's why I'm kind of hesitant to do the Joy Division New Order. Because it's the same people. They just the lead singer died.
And they just started
a new band. But I think that counts.
AC/DC?
Oh, they definitely count. Bon Scott dies, and then they have their biggest record ever.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Everyone thought they were like how they buried us at Ramble 14.
Yeah.
They buried the AC/DC.
We're the
AC/DC
of podcasts.
Right. We really are. Just like I'm the Big Shot Rob of twitching. If y'all paid attention to the other Anyway, Keenan Vega, top 5 underrated 90s albums. He goes, Our Lady Peace, emo rock, clumsy, but especially the track 4 a.m. San Diego punk band Rocket from the Crypt, Scream Dracula Scream on a Rope is the classic. Far, a good solid rock emo band from Sacramento, Tin Cans of Strings, Punch Drunk. Grave Diggers, that is a great one. RZA's creation of a horror rap 6 Feet Deep, or the album is known as, I'm not going to read that one, Outside the States, or Diary of a Madman is the one to listen to. Number one, Deadsy. Commencement. They released their first album in 1996, but no major label released until 2002. They're like the 80s new wave meets metal with theatrics. They only put out one more album, then they stopped, but they are actually now, 15 years later, releasing a new album next year. The lead singer is the son of Cher and Greg Allman, and the synth player is married to Vera Farmiga. How about that? Hopefully I made it in time. You did. Ramble on, Kingsley. Kingsley, you made it just in time. Joe Capone. Fuck, did I get this? Here we go.
Still recording?
How did this happen? Oh, yeah, we're still good. This is just a headphone splitter. Joe Capone, top 5 underrated albums. Number 5, Steve Vai, Sex and Religion. Critically panned is the album that introduces the world one of the most intriguing musicians of all time, Devin Townsend, who lent his vocals to the legendary Axeman's attempt at more traditional band format instead just blazing guitar-driven instrumental music. Also featuring the soulful bass tones of T.M. Stevens and the drumming of the incomparable Terry Bozzio. This album is deserving of spin or 20. It is a good record. Queensryche, Promised Land. Ooh. Often overlooked because it wasn't the hit factory that Empire was a few years earlier. It was one of the best albums ever released by the band. Some really deep shit in here that will take your mind and spirit for a ride. Bruce Dickinson, Accident of Birth. Ex and future Iron Maiden boyos Bruce Dickinson and Adrian Smith reunite for a bone-crunching album that got the ball rolling for them to return to Maiden. Mother Love Bone Apple. If the lead singer Andrew Wood hadn't died of an overdose a few days before the release of their debut album, may have never gotten Pearl Jam. This is Shangri-La, would make a bomb-ass wrestling entrance with rockers like Stardog Champion, Holy Roller, paving the way for signature Seattle sounds like Stargazer and Crown of Thorns. Number 1, Black Sabbath, Dehumanizer. The album that saw Dio return to the band after almost a decade apart, as short-lived as it would be due to Dio leaving the band later the same year after Tony and Geezer accepted Ozzy's offer to open for him for his final 2 shows on his first farewell tour. Dio was placed on those shows by Rob Halford. The album had a track on the Wayne's World film and soundtrack Time Machine, and it spawned a lukewarm hit single with TV Crimes, but the rest of the album was a very strong statement by the elder statesmen of heavy metal that they were not going to fade away quietly. Songs like Computer God, Letters from Earth, and Master of Insanity are shining examples of what made the Dio era of Sabbath so awesome. In at the wire again, hopefully Ramble the fuck on, fire Cody, cancel Dex, pre-order the Comedy Unspecial, tune into Retro Road's nightly Twitch streams and Thursdays YouTubes, and let's all try to make it to the other side of madness live. Love you guys, even you, Cody, and excited that we are staring down the barrel of episode 250. Fuck the people that said it wouldn't make it past 3. Absolutely. Cody, how's the score?
Still 4-4 with 5 minutes gone in overtime.
Woo! So it upheld. The goal upheld. All right. Dustin Jacobs, underrated top 5 albums of the 90s by Eddie Pence's Unspecial Comedy Special on iTunes and Apple TV.
Oh, can't argue with any of those.
Right. That's right. Close to my list. Charles Phillips, top 5 underrated 90s albums. Tripping Daisy, I Am an Electric Firecracker, just for the single, I Got a Girl Alone. Soul Coughing, Ruby Vroom. Super Drag, Regretfully Yours. Hum, You Prefer an Astronaut. The song Stars is such a weird and beautiful song. Real Big Fish, Cheer Up. It's sad to be their worst. It's sad to be their worst, but it's a hidden gem. All right, nice. Patrick Crothers, top 5 underrated album of the 90s. Another impossible list to limit to only 5. They are well known in some circles, maybe not in the general public, but all are great listens. Honestly, this list could just be the 5 Fugazi albums released from 90 to 98. Number 5, Manic Compression by Quicksand, post-hardcore. Released by Cop Shoot Cop, industrial rock. Scattered, Smothered, and Covered by Unsane, noise metal. Blues for the Red Sun by Caius. Oh, Stoner Desert Rock, pre-Queens of the Stone Age. 4 a.m. Friday by Avail, punk rock. Stay Safe Ramblers, Patrick Carruthers, Graham and Faye. By the way, I would like to proudly state that one of my previous top 10 picks was the Bazooka Showdown finale from Invasion USA. Cody, the Corn Stream with Chris Cubis was awesome. Keep those podcasts coming, please. Number 5, Hole, Celebrity Skin. Number 4, McLaren Furnace Room, The Watchmen, McLaren Furnace Room. Number 3, Sheryl Crow, Tuesday Night Music Club. Number 2, Archangels. Number 1, Junkyard, 6s, 7s, and 9s. Lastly, I just realized I completely forgot to mention one important samurai of note from last week's episode. He's clearly isn't going down easy like some of the Watership Bunny. Usagi Yojimbo. Fuck yeah, that was a badass. Yeah. And he actually was so popular they threw him in the Ninja Turtles. He got that push. Ramble off, Graham and Faye from Winnipeg, eh? Zach Dahlem, top 5, Hum, I'd Rather Be an Astronaut. Black Lab, Your Body Above Me. Live, Throwing Copper. Caroline Spine, Monsoon. Number 1, Better Than Ezra, How Does Your Garden Grow? Until next time, I'm Zach Dolman. You're not. Joe Santos, underrated top 5 90s albums. Honorable mention. This is off Rolling Stone's 100 bullshit list. Aaliyah, 1 in a Million. 5, R.E.M. Out of Time. Rage Against the Machine, Battle Los Angeles. Marilyn Manson, and Antichrist Superstar. Tom Petty, Great Wide Open. Number 1, Unplugged in New York. There's nothing underrated about any of those records. Those were all mega selling records. You know what? I'm sorry, but I can't read your anti-Cody shit. If you're gonna put each one of those went platinum at least. How the fuck are they underrated?
Is this the Dennis the Menace guy?
No, that's Bojack.
That's Bojack. Joseph Santos, I love you, buddy, but I can't read the Cody hate now. When you put REM's Out of Time, that sold like 8 billion fucking records. Nirvana Unplugged and Tom Petty, Great Wide Open. Johnny Depp was in the music video. Joe, I can't do this, but I can do this. He does troll Cody, and I can get behind this. He shows a picture that says Houston Asterix. I can get behind that.
I like that.
I'm all right.
I'm all for that one.
Gary Priest, Exile in Guyville, Liz Phair, Star by Belly, The Holy Bible, Manic Street Preachers,
yeah.
Reading, Writing, and Arithmetic, The Sundays, and PJ Harvey's Rid of Me. Stay safe and healthy, Gary. Colin Maggs, Top 5 Thunder, Backstreet Symphony, a UK rock band with some good tracks in this album. Bon Jovi, Keep the Faith, not their best album, but has sentimental meaning to me, plus some great pop rock tunes, especially my anthem to life, I'll Sleep When I'm Dead. Therapy, Troublegum, Irish rock band with this outstanding album with many great tracks, Die Laughing Nowhere, to name a couple. Skunk Anansie, Stoosh, great album from a powerful band. Some songs push back against racism, inequality, etc. And one song, Brazen Weep, is the truest, most powerful breakup song you will ever hear. It properly captures the range of emotions you run when your relationship is ending, when you're ending a relationship badly. And number 1, Skunk Anansie, Paranoid and Sunburnt, their first album with plenty of the same mix of political and emotional bangers. How about that?
Nice.
Huh?
Nice.
Look at that.
Nice.
Bam.
Nice.
Then we go. Apologies if I rambled on. I missed this. Take care all from the baddest motherfucker in my knitting circle, Colin Maggs. Hell yeah, buddy. Jeremiah Harris, top 5 underrated album from the 90s. I wouldn't say these are the top 5 underrated albums of the whole decade. I'm sure there's a dozen other bands that changed music forever with classic albums I've never heard of, but for me, these don't get the recognition they deserve. Sorry if I get a little wordy. In no particular order, Misfits, American Psycho, the first Misfits album without Glenn Danzig on vocals. And for that reason, most people won't even get a listen. This album is a beast. Hard crunching guitars, killer punk drums, and lyrics laced with so many horror and sci-fi references that make Rob Zombie blush. The Deftones Adrenaline. Most people didn't hear about the Deftones until the third album, White Pony. Their first outing is so raw and angry in places I might get lumped in with new metal peers like Korn, but you can already hear the melodic experimentation that led to their mainstream breakthrough years later. Real Big Fish. Why do they rock so hard? Real Big Fish at their absolute best. 90s ska at its absolute best. Top to bottom, a killer album. If you like ska and you don't know Real Big Fish, start here. I Mother Earth, Scenery and Fish. Not so underrated here in Canada. I don't know if you guys saw much of it in the States. Fucking awesome alt rock in any case. The rest of their catalog pales in comparison to this album. I highly recommend it to anyone that's a fan of 90s alt rock. And then Me First and the Gimme Gimmes. Have a ball. Honestly, this band is underrated. This just happens to be one of 2 albums they released in the 90s. Me First are the best cover band in the world. 7 full-length albums, dozen EPs, all punk covers of a large variety of classics. And if you guys have never heard them, check them out. I know you'll dig them. Anyway, this album in particular is all pop rock songs like Rocket Man, Mandy, and Uptown Girl, but sped up, distorted just enough for you to go, damn, that's good punk. Killer, Ramble the Fuck On, Jeremiah Blinky Blink Harris,
Nice.
Bojack the Ripper.
Bojack.
I'm going all punk because that's my genre. That's how I roll. MXPF, Life in General. Their breakthrough
the punk
album.
guy's the Dennis the Menace fan.
That is. How about that, huh?
So many questions.
So many questions.
Dennis the Menace is the original punk.
I guess
really
so.
is.
He really is.
Their breakthrough album taken
Makes
from
sense now.
to the mainstream punk. Milena Collin, Life on a Plate, Swedish punk band, big in the North American scene. NoFX, Punk and Drublic, 1994. This is the album and band that really flourished my love for punk music. Number 2, Me First and the Gimme Gimmes, Have a Ball. Probably my favorite punk band. Mostly cover popular songs with a punk twist. Have a Ball features classics like Leaving on a Jet Plane, One Tin Shoulder, Uptown Girl, Rocket Man, and many more. If you've never heard of these guys, I highly recommend checking out some of their work. Whether you like it, the most popular songs of the past, or punk rock, I'm sure these guys have something you will like. Interesting how Me First and the Gimme Gimmes and Hum have both made separate people's lists. Pennywise, Full Circle, 1997 California punk band. After the death of their basic Jason Trisk, the band released his song from 1991 album Bro Hymn with altered lyrics as a Bro Hymn tribute, a bonus song on this album dedicated to Jason. Awesome song, and if you wait until about 5 minutes after the song ends, there's a piano solo by Jason that brings me near to tears every time I hear it. Hashtag down with Cody. Who the fuck he thinks he is? It's the aliens hate Cody. Now it's all been cleared. For now and always, ramble the fuck on, boys. Bojack
It's all
the
cleared
Ripper.
up now.
Are we still in overtime, or are we now going to double? Or is it over?
There is 9 minutes left in overtime, in the first overtime.
Christ. All right, man. I'm going to go by the way, Ramble 246, I forgot who gave us the suggestion. TV families. Let's do that. Top 5
I like that one.
TV families. I think it was Colin. I'll look, though. I'll give him credit when it's
Credit
due,
where credit is
due. But top 5 TV families. So, Ramble 246. The Hall of Fame had is a band who lost their frontman but persevered.
Yeah.
What would the Foo Fighters open, close, and encore with?
Yeah.
And top 5 TV families. Now, top 5 underrated album from the 90s. Let me do my honorable mentions first.
Okay.
Right? Then you do your honorable. Do you have any honorable mentions?
I don't have any honorable mentions.
Cody, you have any honorable mentions for this one?
I do.
Okay, so Cody and I will do our honorables, and then we'll round robin it, right?
Gotcha.
Black Crows, 3 Snakes and 1 Charm. Cracker, The Golden Age. Dinosaur Jr., Where You Been. Biz Markie, All Samples Cleared. De La Soul, Balloon Mind State. The Far Side, Lab Cabin, California. Tripping Daisy, Jesus Hits Like the Atom Bomb. The Bogmen, Closed Caption Radio. Grave Diggers, 6 Feet Deep. And I forgot to put on there Living Color, Stain. Those are mine. Cody, what are your honorable mentions?
Clutch, Elephant Riders. Death, The Sound of Perseverance. Collective Souls, Self-Titled.
Nice.
And Offspring, Americana.
Right.
Oh,
All right.
Nice. Offspring.
So, you want me, you, Cody?
Sure.
All right, my number 5, Frank Black's The Cult of Ray. Everybody talks Teenager of the Year, which is a great fucking record.
Yeah.
But the follow-up, Cult of Ray, I thought was just as good. I'm a huge Pixies fan, so maybe I'm marking out. But I go Frank Black, Cult of Ray.
I got Toady, Possum Kingdom.
Oh, it's a fun Dallas, baby.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
So's Tripping Daisy. And so's Me First in the Gimme Gimmes. But Toadie's Possum Kingdom, holy shit, that should have been on my. There's not a bad track on that fucking record. Did you see Hell Below Stars Above? The second one is fucking great too.
I haven't heard this one.
That's a great one. Cody, what's your number 5?
Number 5 is Trouble, self-titled album.
Nice. My number 4, Alice Donut, Pre-Millennium Tension, one of my favorite bands that nobody liked. I love that fucking album. They are beyond underrated. Nobody's there for a fuck. I think half the members in the band forgot they were in that fucking band, but I love that fucking band.
Mine, Silverchair, Frog Stomp.
Oh, yeah, the Australian Nirvana.
They're like 16-year-old kids.
Yep, yeah. I remember when that record came out. That was fucking dope. We played the shit out of that. Cody, what's your number 4?
Number 4 is Judas Priest, Painkiller.
Oh, nice. They kind of slipped under the radar in the 90s. That's true.
That album nobody really knows, and it's really great. It's like their first foray into speed metal.
That's
it's
right.
Really cool.
Holy shit! I gotta check that one out. My number 3, Biz Markie, I Need a Haircut. It followed the greatness of the diabolical Biz Never Sleeps. Great. So Let Go My Ego. It has Alone Again, which is a great song.
Yeah.
The first song that got sampling in trouble because he just samples Alone Again, and he just basically does a new version of that song. But Biz Markie's I Need a Haircut.
I got Live, Throwing Copper.
Yeah. Good shit. Cody, your number 3.
My number 3 is Devin Townsend, Infinity.
Nice. My number 2, Faith No More's Angel Dust.
Oh, that's a good one.
Is that underrated?
I think so. They don't really get talked about as much.
I left it off my list because I thought it wasn't considered underrated.
I think it is, because back then it was that out of their scene, it was all Chili Peppers and Jane's Addiction, when really them and Fishbone needed way more credit.
But it's what broke the band open, though. Because of
Epic is what broke them open.
Well, yeah, I guess Epic technically did.
Epic
I guess Midlife Crisis was that not a big song?
It was okay. It wasn't the hit it should have been. I'll put it that way. I think Faith No More. I'm saying that thing should have sold 10 million fucking copies. That's my pick. Your number 2?
My number 2. It's a band that played. They signed. I watched them in college. They were a college band that sort of came along after like Dave Matthews.
Yeah.
But they signed to Sony. They signed to Epic Records.
Oh shit.
While I was in college, and they got a big push from Sony, but they never broke. And their first album through Sony Epic Records their band's name is Emmett Swimming, and that was called Wake.
Nice.
And they were really fun college band I would see live a lot. And I became friends with them, and they crashed with us at our
our
townhouse when they would play Virginia Tech.
That's cool.
They're really cool guys. They're from like Northern Virginia area, but they never really broke as big as they should have. They made like 3 albums, and then that was kind of it.
Are they still findable? Could you go on iTunes?
Yeah, I think you could. Yeah, they're on iTunes.
Nice.
Emmett Swimming's on iTunes.
Yeah, nice. That's great. Cody, your number 2?
My number 2 is Queens of the Stone Age self-titled album.
The first one. With Regular John. What a fucking
Regular
opener.
John, Avon. The Bronze, Mexicola.
Mexicola is a great one. God damn, that's a great record. My number 1 for me, it couldn't have been anything else. What else could it be but Los Lobos, Kiko? That fucking record is just, oh my God. I can listen to it all day, every day, all the time. And I got a little bit of nice vindication being a fan. That guy Jason Isbell, modern, I guess I don't know if he's country, he's more Americana folk. He's so good. And someone asked him on Twitter, most underrated band. He goes, Los Lobos by a mile. I was like, fuck yes, they are. And Kiko. Oh shit, who's your number 1?
I have a Hole, Celebrity Skin.
Ah, yeah. The record that supposedly Live Through This was the one that Kurt Cobain supposedly wrote.
I think so.
Yeah. Cody, you're number 1.
Foo Fighters, There's Nothing Left to Lose.
Which one was that one? Third?
That's the third album.
Because Color and the Shape was huge.
Yeah.
And There's Nothing Left to Lose was nowhere near as big as Color and the Shape, was it? That's right.
No, it had Learn to Fly and Breakout on it,
right.
But other than those 2 songs, it sort of gets a little bit left behind. And I think it's one of, I mean, it's not as good as Color and the Shape because that's an incredible album, but but it's got like Stacked Actors and Generator, which are 2 classic Foo Fighters songs for me.
Those are great ones. Fuck yeah. Well, there we go. Look at that. What great lists.
We did it.
Thank you all for your submissions. We're doing the shout-outs next week.
Yeah.
Baby. It's going to happen. And tomorrow, Good Willow Hunting begins.
Yes.
A new era of
the
rambling.
Journey that is Good Willow Hunting.
Fuck yeah. Cody, where can everybody find? We know where to find us. Say it one more time.
Yeah, Cinesnob Cody on Twitter, 3 podcasts, Cinesnob Podcast, where we're talking VOD releases, Corn Stream, where we're talking to comedians and the like about what they're watching during quarantine, ReMCU, which is our Marvel podcast, and then if you follow Twitch, twitch.tv/Cinesnob, there's going to be some new content coming up sometime this week.
Look at that.
Nice. 5 days a week, patreon.com, the Ralph Report.
Boom.
5 days a week, radio.com, swings and misses. Then Tuesday, Thursday here, Ramble Radio. Then Wednesday we got Ramble proper. And now we have Good Willow Hunting on Thursday. And go to iTunes and pre-order my Unspecial Comedy
Go get
special.
it now while you're watching
$12.99.
You can go do it.
$12.99.
12. That's all we're asking.
Not a lot.
You get to see this man in live, full color. Go do it.
Support us.
Support. Again, you can find me every Monday as a smug nerd on all my social media with that man right there. Every Thursday, I have a new YouTube video up on gaming on my YouTube channel. And most nights during quarantine, I'm on Twitch, twitch.tv/RetroRocha. And The Ramble. Now, 4 days a week, we're rambling.
Yeah.
Look at that, huh?
Kind of crazy.
We're not fucking around
No, we're
anymore.
not.
Ramble Radio Tuesday, Ramble Radio Friday, Ramble Prime Wednesday, Good Willow Hunting on Thursday. Follow it all. We love you guys. Remember, you hear that last beep in the song, and that means it's goodbye. Stay safe. The Latias, we appreciate it. And here we go. Remember, last beep, and that's it. Man, what a healthy episode.
Healthy episode.
I thought.
I thought we would struggle coming out of the Jesse Ventura talk.
I mean,
I felt like we peaked.
We peaked, but then Jizz Talk hit.
But then Jizz Talk came back, and we had enough content and professionalism to get through the rest of the show.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's hard to start that high and finish a show.
I just can't wait for everyone to hear Good Willow Hunting now. And now, yeah, I mean, but look, nothing's going to top Jesse Ventura in Philadelphia.
Ripped his balls. Trying to get Meg Ryan to play the Antonio Banderas character.
I mean, can't we just bring her in to read for it? That's all I'm asking. Last beat. Here we go.